may be wondering, how is this possible? You'll be experiencing these answers in a second. Sorry for the glitch. So, as you are getting ready for this live session, for experiencing Parashakti and experiencing these are very important, you can take a few minutes now to join as a member of Kailasa's SPH Facebook and YouTube. So you can go ahead and visit Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam YouTube channel and go ahead and join as a member. You can click the join button next to the subscribe button. And once you have joined as a member, you can stay constantly connected and ask your questions during the live sessions of Bhagavan Siddharishwara and Devi Parashakti, as well as during the satsang, and ask your questions to Swamiji himself. So make sure that you are constantly staying connected and staying tuned into the channel. And you can also stay connected via Facebook. So you can go to Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam Facebook page and go ahead and like and follow the Facebook page. And you can also ask your questions in the comment section of the Facebook video during the live Parashakti Akashic readings, the live darshans of Bhagavan Siddharishwara, and during the live satsang.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om
Nithyanandam. Welcome back for the technical glitch. So now let us understand what is the Bhavasmati darshan. Sama means being one with the spread. And darshan means to have a glimpse of. In the Vedic tradition, the karmas of lifetime and create a deep, lasting transformation in the receiver. Darshan is the powerful, superconscious vibration that is present around an avatar at all times. He simply radiates darshan, just they radiate light. The auspicious moment when the receiver is able to catch darshan becomes the moment of darshan for you, raising you to the next level of superconscious breakthrough, like hitting the reset button on your very being. So now let us understand the science behind the Bhavasmati darshan. The first thing you need to know is that divine cosmic beings are real. They manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnations. And divine cosmic beings manifest through the Achavataras, the deities and temples, and through the Bhavasmati darshan, the Nijavataras, the incarnation. The Bhavasmati darshan is the science of the Nijavatara, manifesting Parameshvati's consciousness. It is where formless, the being of Parameshva, expresses through the Divya Sharira, the light body, and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form, the embodied form, for us to experience Parameshva. So, for example, Devi Parashakti expresses through the being of Rajarajeshwari and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form. The Achavataara, the deity, reflects the consciousness and manifestation being of the superconscious energy. But human beings are not mature enough to receive the higher level experiences from the Achavataara directly. So the avatar, the physical embodied form, comes down to bridge the gap and creates the experience of the superconscious energy in all of us. the Bhavasamadhi Darshan awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is the latent potential energy in every human being. This influx of superconscious energy visibly slows down the aging process and improves immunity to disease. And during the darshan, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energy that heals, empowers, and transforms our lives. During the Bhavasmati darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar. The mirror neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. That is, the entire body can silently and without moving perceive what is happening elsewhere through a process of direct observation, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. The Akashic readings are not predictions, they are readings from the cosmic archives. Beyond space, creation and destruction happen simultaneously, and in the dimension of time starts the past, present, and future. And because Akashic records are stored in the Akasha, the space dimension, are clearly already recorded. So now let us understand who is the Supreme Conscious of Buddhism, who is manifesting Devi Parashakti for each and every one of us. The Supreme Conscious of Buddhism is the Supreme Consciousness of Jagatguru Mahasanitanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, a macrocosmic ancient aligned to the civilizational nation. The Supreme Concept of Buddhism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva, recognized by his predecessors who are enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities as a lifestyle for humanity. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism is ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasanidanam of the Kanchi Kailasa Sarvaiyapitam, is the incumbent emperor of the Suri Vamshi Strangi Sahrajam, is the present 193rd Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam of the Kailas Sonata Shamala Pita Sarvaiyapitam, is the present Mahamandaleshwara or spiritual head of the Mahanidramani Agada, the largest apex monastic order. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism is also the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwara of the Atalakada, is the present, is the 23rd Guru Mahasanidanam of Dharma Mukti Sparagopara and has been elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu leaders from Pontiff. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is revered as teacher of Hinduism, the most prolific, most viewed, read, and watched, and has authored over 300 books in 3 languages, English, Tamil, and Sanskrit, which have been translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has over 20 million copies of books and articles sold, read, and downloaded, and has over 10,000 hours of courses delivered, has enriched and enriched over 1 billion lives digitally, and is respected as the commentator of all sacred scriptures, such as the Upanishad's, the Brahma Sutras, the Yoga Sutras, the Ashtavakra Gita, is honored as the leader of Hinduism. The most awarded, internationally recognized Hindu leader is a reviver of 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas, including the Rudrakanyas, Rudras, Shishtas, Bhairavas, Bhairavis, and Sanyas, and is the establisher of the largest Hindu university, Kailasa Nithyananda University, with satellite campuses in 150 countries, and is the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems, and the founder and reviver of over 100 Satvajapithas, and the collector of the world's largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm scriptures, and over 1 million and over books. Now with this, we will be entering into the demonstration of the extraordinary power of the Nithyananda Yogis and the Nithyananda Guru Gopalasis. So we'll be entering into this demonstration very shortly. And as we are getting ready, let us understand signs of the signs of initiation.
A look, a word, a touch. Power of initiation. Diksha is the direct transfer of spiritual energy by an enlightened being through look, word, or touch. The traditional Vedic book Navaratneshwara states, Sarvasamapi dikshanam muktihi phalamakhanditam avirodhat bhavantyeva prasangyastu bhuktayaha. The main benefit of all initiations is moksha, enlightenment. As a side effect, health, wealth, leadership, and well-being happen. And in Rudrayamala Tantra, Shiva says, Devi diksha vihinasya na siddhihi na cha sadgatihi tasmat sarva prayatnena guruna dikshito bhavet. The one who is not should get initiated by Guru. What is the science of initiation? Neuroscience has proved that the process of initiation floods the brain with energy. Is the superconscious energy of Kundalini, our own highest inner potential energy. As the kumas to the cortex, it sets up a powerful energy loop within the brain, which awakens the latent which we have never used before. With increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a soup energies that heal, empower, transform our lives, bliss and fulfillment. Initiation creates high awareness, visualization, creativity. It also slows the aging process and improves the immune system. Kundalini awakening, healing experience, levitation, teleportation, materialization. Experience the power of initiation through a range of exclusive programs conducted at the ashram. Nithyananda Dhyanapeetham, Nithyananda Nagar, Biddi, Bengaluru. Contact 97422 03311 82774 90091. Visit www.nithyananda.org.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. bless you all. All open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasudashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Param. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Voham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nanda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Ananda Paramashivoham. Om Nitya Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Shivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam, welcome back to viewers. Sorry for the delay in the program. Let us now enter into the demonstration of the extraordinary Shaktis. First, let us understand what are the Shaktis. The Balasans, the Nithyananda yogis, and the initiated disciples of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism will now be demonstrating the powers of third eye and sharing with all of us the experience of the extraordinary manifestation of the divine powers awakened in us. And in today's Bhava Samadhi, all of us will be receiving initiation into the third eye awakening and various other powers with the blessings and grace of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism. We'll be able to manifest the power of third eye. And the third eye is the cosmic browsing center located between the eyebrows, which upon initiation, one can effortlessly express powers and see through the third eye just as you would with your normal two eyes. So what are the Shaktis? In the Veda Agamas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis or divine powers. Manifesting powers or Shaktis is described as a system, method, and science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. Shaktis manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are divine and that you need to manifest the divine, not that you are man and that you need to reach the divine. And Shaktis express from the space of enlightenment as a side effect of feeling connection with the divine and high integrity with the Guru. And they express from the space of enlightenment. Siddhis, however, are just powers that manifest from tapas or penance for enlightenment, and siddhis are only on the path to enlightenment. And the Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after initiation from the avatar. And Shaktis are permanent. Siddhis, however, are not permanent and they may divert you from enlightenment. Paramashiva is the source of the Shaktis. Paramashiva is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging, beyond time, space, form, and causality. As the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakrityas, or the 5 cosmic acts of Srishti, creation, sovereign rulership and maintenance, Sthiti, sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Tirobhava, pulling out of delusion, and Anugraha, liberating grace for all living entities. And the supreme concept of Hinduism as the 1008 living incarnation of Paramashiva is a reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation, the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. And ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been the cradle of enlightened beings and highly advanced sciences. It was where the science of enlightenment and powers, the Shaktis, were lived and taught as a lifestyle. For the first time in modern day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving the yogic sciences and transmitting it to the world, and record breaking, never accomplished before. The knowledge and science of manifesting these Shaktis are passed down from one generation to the next through the Diksha, the initiation by the enlightened Gurus. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age, was trained and taught these sciences to revive the initiations and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest the science of power manifestation from the disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Siddha Vidya, Shividya, Yoga, yogic powers, mantra shastra, siddha vidya, science of aushadha, advaita, bhakti yoga, Paramashivoham and Paramashivoham. So how do we awaken these divine shaktis in us? Every ultimate truth, jnana, mapped into your consciousness, prajna, manifests as possibility of and power of every being, prajna.
Diksha is the direct transfer of spiritual.
For pramana. Go back to the previous slide. We can go to the next slide. We can go to pramana.
Diksha is the direct transfer of.
We can continue to the next slide, please. Yeah. The science of power manifestation is authenticated through four pramanas, or aspects of evidence. The Shastra Pramana, the eternal unchangeable truths revealed in the source scriptures. The Apta Pramana, the experiences and results of the Aptas or authorities of Hinduism, the Vedic rishis and scientists. The next is the Atma Pramana, or the account of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of the manifestation of these extraordinary powers, and the Pratiksha Pramana, or the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. And the Veda-agamas are an applied science. The Vedas are the ultimate superior authority for Hindus. Vedas are the pure science where the ultimate truths are explained. And the Agamas are the scriptures where the applied technology, the applied science is expanded. The Vedas and the Agamas, the Vedagamas are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva, and they are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truth. A reference cited from these is called the Shastra Pramana. So now let us get ready to witness a very unique and exciting demonstration of the power of the third eye. We will be witnessing the body scanning as demonstrated by the Nithyananda yogis, the Nithyananda Gurukul Balasas, the initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Buddhism. We have Ma Nithyananda and Ma Tattapriya here with us today to demonstrate this extraordinary power of body scanning. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you so much, Purnapya, for that beautiful introduction. Now let's enter into the power of body scanning. So we welcome all the viewers that are watching us. So all of you can interact with us by commenting in Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. You can go ahead and you can post your comments in the comment section so we can interact with you. You can, if you want a body scanning to be done for you, you can post it in that comment section. And now we're going to be explaining what is the meaning of body scanning and where are the references As Swamiji beautifully says, that he is not revolutionizing anything, but he's reviving the whole thing. The powers that are found only in the sacred scriptures of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And today we are going to be demonstrating one such power, which is possible through this human body, which is the power of body scanning. An expression of third eye awakening, which manifests as body scanning. So what we would be doing at this time is we'll be connecting with Swamiji. And just through our third eye, we'll be connecting with you. And we will be scanning your body and telling what is the issue that our third eye is revealing. And if any solutions are revealed, we'll be sharing that with you. You do not need to tell us anything about your tell us just that you are ready for this, for the body scanning to be done to you. So you can just tell that. Now let's enter into the chanting Shastra Pramana. And as we are chanting the Pramanas and explaining about this power, you can post in the comment section of the HDH YouTube channel if you want to request for a body scan.
Now, the Shastra Pramanas are taken directly from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, which is the ancient scripture, age-old from Sanatana Hindu Dharma, which was directly revealed by Bhagavan Paramashivoham himself to humanity to share with us all the science of these extraordinary Shaktis. The power of body scanning exactly means where we will be able to scan you, identify any issues that you have, any health issues or any physical issues, mental well-being, any issues or hurdles that you have in the perspective of your health and the patterns related to that. We will be able to scan, we will be able to diagnose and give you the solution. And just to let you all know, this is no equivalent to a medical diagnosis. This is not equivalent to a treatment with a doctor. This is not equivalent or a substitute to any medical prescribed medications or any medical diagnosis. It is not certified, it is not equivalent, or it is not in any way comparable to that. This is just the manifestation of the pure, all-powerful consciousness, the space of oneness, which can only be awakened by an avatar manifesting in ordinary human beings and evolving them to become extraordinary. So each and every one of us, all that are manifesting these powers, are Sakshi Pramanas, the live testimony of the extraordinary Shakti of the avatar, where just through a touch or just by a look, the Sparsha Diksha or Nayana Diksha, the powers, these profound, extraordinary powers starts manifesting to us. Now, we'll be chanting the Shastra Pramana, the scriptural reference for the power of body scanning. And each of these, the references are shared just to share, let us all know about the authenticity of the Shakti, or about the authenticity, authenticating it that these are from the Hindu scriptures itself. So we'll be taking all through the 4 levels of evidences, or 4 types of evidences, aspects of evidences, as Manitya Purna Priyananda was sharing with us. So this is what we will be seeing. The Shastra Pramana is from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra.
Swadehe jagato bhukshma sushmatarani cha tattvani yani nilayam dhyattvante.
Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest, constitutive principles of your whole body, or the Swadeha, or of the whole universe simultaneously, consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause. Paramashiva, by the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts, and ultimate universal divine power, the Parashakti, is revealed. The Apta Pramana of this power is again a reference from the life of an Avatara Purusha, an enlightened being or a Siddha, who have lived this in the past as a testament, as a testimony of this profound Shakti. So, quoting from the stories of the life of Siddhas, the 18 Siddhas, Terayar was a Siddha, and he was a very prominent disciple of Agastya Maharishi. And he was once a man who was suffering from severe headache. Came to Agastya. He had a severe brain infection and he came to Agastya. He was suffering And Agastya does the body scanning and identifies the issue, telling that he is suffering from telling him that he's suffering from a very severe brain infection. And the cause of it also he identifies, saying it is because of terite, a type of frog sitting in that person's brain groove, which is causing these infections. And Agastya not just scans it, he also tells the cure for it. He immediately calls his disciple Thereya and he tells him to perform an open head surgery. Please understand, I'm talking about 2000 years before, even much before these modern equipments were discovered. We had a great civilization which lived and practiced such advanced sciences such as open head surgery and so many other profound such medical sciences. So here Agastya tells his disciple to perform the open head surgery, which he does, removes the skull open and removes the brain and removes the frog from the brain and completely cures this person off of the head, him liberated from that.
And today, the avatar himself is demonstrating this and showing to us.
We all can see here Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, the avatar, beautifully exhibited, demonstrated, and reminded humanity what possibility lays within man. Swamiji, as the avatar of Paramashiva, had demonstrated a beautiful leela, played a beautiful leela, where Swamiji showed how even when Swamiji had a multiple fracture, and Swamiji was literally forced to go to a surgery because his body condition was such. And even at that time, the whole surgical procedure, everything was done without a single anesthesia. And this is all video recorded and we are playing the video simultaneously for you all. It's available on YouTube as well. It was clearly recorded that Swamiji absolutely had no pain whatsoever, not completely conscious throughout the surgical procedure, talking.
Swamiji, right now the bone is there poking out, but Swamiji's, nobody can believe it when they see Swamiji with that smile, and Swamiji is like exhibiting that. And the first response actually when moment this happened, Swamiji was like, tell everyone not to worry. All of us can see here.
It was type 1 open fracture, which normally leaves a person bedridden with hand completely immobilized and taking pain medication. And here we can see it was just shortly after Swamiji's surgical procedure. Swamiji's even throughout the procedure, Swamiji was completely conscious, talking, and the best part was Swamiji was delivering some of the highest truths about how to live an existence without pain, how pain is a life. So this is the Atma Pramana, and today there are thousands of people initiated into this same Shakti, manifesting the power of body scanning. Please understand, wherever you are, whichever walk of life you are from, whichever might have been your lifestyle, this power of body scanning, or all the powers of the third eye for that matter, you will be able to manifest it without any kind of obstacle or any kind of your personal things being an obstacle or a hindrance for it. Just by the initiation of Tavata, by experiencing the space of oneness, we'll be able to manifest this.
And now all of you can post your comments, and we are going to be scanning, doing the body scanning and sharing with you. So we have Ainar's Avotins and Ma Stephanie who have posted. Okay, so Ma Arishma Devi is is requesting for a body scan. Ma Arishma Devi, yes. Ma Nithyananda, so I will be doing the body scanning for you. And Aina's Avotins, Ma Anita Avotina has gotten a Moderna shot and will get the second one. And want to have a body scan for your mother, Ma Nithyananda will be scanning.
Isaiah, what I saw for your mother is the first thing that I saw is that she is actually, if you see, she has iron deficiency in her body. This is not related directly to the Moderna shot, but she has iron deficiency in her body. If you notice, her left hand fingernails will have a white color mark. It will start forming, and she has very fragile fingernails, which easily breaks, very brittle and fragile. It will easily break. And also one more thing is she's starting to develop these dark circles. This is all directly related to the oxygen content in her body, which after the vaccine shot is also having an impact. The oxygen level has dropped a little bit, and she has to take a lot of iron rich food and lot of iron rich fruits, especially fruits and fruit juices like pomegranate and dates, and all of it she has to consume, even gooseberries. And she has to soak gooseberry in honey and consume it. She has to soak a dry gooseberry in honey and she has to consume this. She is having a lot of iron deficiency in her body right now, which directly is also impacting. She's having a drastically reduced amounts of oxygen in her body. She might feel very tired, sleepy. She might try to keep herself awake and focus will not be there. This is one thing. And the second thing that I saw, Swamiji just showed me a fish. And I saw this 2-3 times and I was trying to understand what exactly it is for. But I saw that that fish is having an impact in her. She might have not consumed non-veg right now or might have consumed earlier, but this fish is having an impact in her system, which is building a certain kind of toxins, causing one particular pain or difficulty in her digestion of food and impacting her breathing. So this is the first thing. This like actually saw this in quite for a long time because I was trying to understand what this fish was shown for. But Swamiji had shown this fish 2-3 times, and this also is having a small infection which is caused in her bladder. This might have been, this fish might have been complete or in the early past, but this is having an impact in her body, in her whole take and detoxify her body a lot. And she has to consume right healthy food in the proper proportion, not cut it down. She has to take in a lot of food to build the immune system in her body, to make her body more immune. And these are the few things that I saw. If you also notice on her left, in the above the ankle region, in her left leg, and also in her right arms, in the arms area, she will be having slight red patches that are appearing, and that skin irritation will be happening. This is also due to the Moderna, the vaccine shot only. It's just an impact, and she just has to take neem water bath and nothing else. But one thing, extremely prone, extremely like fragile, where she might be able to catch any diseases, develop cold, cough, and anything very easily. So just make sure that she is completely careful and she is just maintaining her health properly. This is what I saw here, and you can please share with me if you're able to make with it.
So, Aina Sabutins, you can ask Ma Anita and you can share it here. Next, Ma Arishma Devi. So I'm just going to be sharing with you, Ma. Ma Arishma Devi, when if possible, you yourself can come and comment in Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. You can become a member and you can also comment. So, what was revealed was first thing that I saw was your vision is slightly blurred. You have a problem with your vision. And second thing is there is a pain in your left corner of your back, like to the lowest region, like lower back region towards the right corner. So that is where you have acute pain you have very frequently. And there is yeast infection that is happening in your body. You will have this in 2 ways. It will be reflected for you. You might catch very frequent UTIs, or you might also have in your skin, basically, you will find very dry patches happening very frequently. There is an yeast infection in your body, and The third thing that I saw was there is hair loss that is happening very frequently in the last 2 months. And this is not because of anything else, but this yeast infection is infecting your blood. So the blood is having some slight toxins. It is not in a very, if you test it right now, you might not find it, but if you test it after 2 months, you will find very clear evidence of it. Right now, it's like in a very preliminary stage, but already this affecting, there is hair loss that is happening in your system, and it is also affecting your vision, and it is also affecting your skin. So these are the things I saw. Huh? And one more thing I saw is the teeth. There is like you have very sensitive teeth, and very frequently you will see slight blackishness that happens, not yellow, but blackishness that happens in your front two teeth and towards your right side corner, like the the topmost last set of teeth, you will find it very occasionally this blackishness is coming. I could not find a reason why that is coming, but I saw that there is this toxicity happening in your body, that is yeast infection that you have contracted. And you will actually see, like sometimes when you want to pass out, you'll see like pain, and you'll also find, like even when you're going through your menstrual cycle or something, you might find pain down, and that is, and you'll also feel like a lot of irritation happening. So this urinary infection would be happening to you quite frequently. At least in the last 3 months, this would have happened to you a few times. So this is because of the yeast infection that has happened in your blood, meaning like the yeast infection is there in your body, it is also starting to affect your blood. And these are the few things that I saw. Now you can actually comment back saying how much you were able to relate with these things. And one solution that was also told is to have one solution that was told is to have this I'm not able to see the word clearly, but I'm seeing a leaf with very sharp blades, and I'm actually going to rescan again, and I'm going to tell you. So one, that leaf was shown, and we call this as arugambul. I think it is durva grass, we call it as. So that juice to be, and I also saw garlic. So the garlic paste needs to be made and applied in your on your leg. So like just a paste of garlic, and this needs to be done only for 3 days. So, and wherever this itchiness happens in your skin, you have to dilute the garlic along with some coconut oil and apply that on that region, because this is directly yeast infection that is affecting your skin. So these are the few things that I was able to see, Ma. And you will also see, you would have been experiencing a lot of fatigue, like for no reason you'll suddenly feel very tired and sleepy, and this is because the enough nutrients are not entering your system. So the nutritional imbalance is also there. So you need to consume a lot more proteins, and you need to consume a lot more vitamins. Specifically vitamin B needs to be consumed more. So these were the things that are revealed. So please acknowledge Arishma Devi. You can acknowledge in the comment section.
And also Ainar Votins Aya has gotten back saying, thank you a lot. She indeed has breathing problems. I'll have to verify some other things with her. I'll speak with her. In childhood, she had anemia, iron deficiency. So she might be having lower iron also now. About nails and red patches, I'll have to verify about it later. Thank you for your solutions. I'll have to speak with her. Sure, Aya. And also, yes, and her breathing problem, Aya, is directly related to this oxygen levels, and which is fallen down. You can actually, it's even verifiable. Even if there's a possibility, you can ask her to check and verify. There will be low hemoglobin, iron level in her body, and oxygen levels. And also, yeah, I would like to you to check with her about the fish also. Maybe she would have consumed, or she might enjoy the fish alone a lot and she would have eaten, or she might be allergic to it. But I would like request you to check with her, maybe because that is still having an impact in her the bladder, and even in her digestion in the stomach, and even in her breathing, because that one particular reaction that her body has had, the toxin is reacting this way, even affecting her breathing also. So I would like to request you to check with her also. Yes. And Ma Arishma Devi, you could get back with her. Yes.
Stephanie, ma Arishma Devi's response you can post here, ma. Sorry, we're already come to the conclusion. And with this,
various the powers manifested. You can tune in every day to enjoy and experience these extraordinary Shakti.
And Ma Lucy Zhang will be able to scan you. You can tune in tomorrow also at the same, approximately the same timing. And we will do the scanning for you. Sorry, first, so we can be scanning and be telling for them. And it's just a demonstration. And every time with darshan, you will get an initiation of the same, and you will also be able to manifest this power. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Ma Stephanie, you can post Ma Arishma Devi's comments here. So, like how much she was able to relate with and what she was able to understand, and we'll be moving to the next segment.
Thank you, Nithyananda.
Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam. Welcome back, dear viewers. Hope all of you enjoyed that beautiful demonstration of body scanning. And if you would like to have your body scanned, you are welcome to join us back tomorrow to witness the demonstration of these extraordinary powers and also have your body scanned. So now let us enter into this next segment and understand who is Devi Parashakti, the divine cosmic mother. The Dhyana Shloka for Devi Parashakti describes the divine mother is to be meditated upon as shining in a vermilion red body with a triple eyes, sporting a crown of rubies, studded with a crescent moon, a face all smiles, a splendid bust, one hand holding a jewel cup brimming with mead, and the other twirling a red lotus. I meditate on the great empress. She is red in color, and her eyes are full of compassion. She holds the noose, the goad, the bow, and the flowery arrow in her hand. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as Enma, and she is the self within me. Devi is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness. Parashakti is the cosmic mother. It is her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes come out and go in. Source where the Big Bang and black holes go on. Parashakti is the source, source Shakti, source energy, source power from which all of us came, in which all of us are even now, in which all of us are going to merge. And out of her extreme love and compassion, Parashakti herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nijavatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. And in the words of Parashakti herself, raising in Omkara, expressing as the Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Rinkara, built as Parashakti, living in the 40 triangle, the Kailasa Swamini, who is the Kailasa Tripura Chintamani, Parashakti, sitting as part of Parameshwari, who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manormani, Meenakshi. As Nithyananda, I took Nijavatara here to give good boon to everyone, bestow all goodness, Hiranyagarbha Swarupini, Ramandayom, Shami, Chandramauli, Rapala, Aparna, Uma, Parvati, Savitri, Navayavana, Samraj Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi, Meenakshi. Taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara. With great compassion, I am blessing. Listen, people, to do good to all of you, I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara. And Devi Parashakti continues on, raising in Shiva, Shiva manifesting as the source of existence, powers of existence, expression of existence, from the oneness of Om, blossoming into two as Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as three Shaktis, Ichha, Kriya, Jnana, growing as the four Vedas, expanding as the five Panchabhutas, beyond the six chakras, filled as the Gotras of the seven Rishis, expanding as the eight directions, existing as the nine Grahas, blossoming as the 10 Indriyas, being as the 11 Rudras, creating, bringing life, hell, and make truth blossom, and to do good. Parashodasi, Meenakshi, in the form of Nithyananda, I came to bless every one of you. And let us now understand how we can receive Devi Parashakti. In the words of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism itself, literally you are seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti at that moment. She is there in your screen, so always receive her very traditionally. Keep 2 betel leaf, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and 1 coin in front of the screen. Watch Devi. And this coin is considered the traditional dakshina in the Hindu tradition. It can be the lowest value we take. In the US, it can be even 1 cent. And in the words of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism itself, I'm not trying to monetize here. Keep pay. So for 100 days, if you have darshan, it will add up to $1. Yeah, even 1 paise is okay. I saw them immediately. Collect those coins and send them to the LA temple. This betel leaf, betel nut may look too small, but in a few days you will see how much it adds to your sentiment that really she is there. You will not take the Devi darshan for granted. Rituals will break your monotonous, unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you and raise you to the powerful cognition. It will break your unconscious behavior. So here's how you can set up your tambulam: 2 betel leaf, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and 1 coin. And you can put that on a plate and offer it to Devi every time you have darshan. And you can keep it in front of your screen, and you will just see how your connection with Devi grows, how you will experience Devi Parashakti more deeply in your life, just with this one small gesture. So now with this, we will be entering into the next segment, where we will be understanding some of the revelations made by Devi Parashakti for humanity at this time. As all of us know, Devi Parashakti has been continuously with us during this Pralaya, guiding us, blessing us, and protecting us through this time. And Devi Parashakti has revealed many revelations for humanity and has revealed many sacred secrets. In this segment, we will be understanding some of the revelations made by Devi Parashakti for humanity at this time, and how we can use them to protect ourselves, how we can use Devi's guidances in order to protect ourselves at this time. And as we are getting ready to enter this next segment, you can take some time now to go ahead and follow us on all of the social media handles. You can follow at Nithyananda on Twitter and constantly stay up to date with what is happening in Kailasa. And you can also follow us on Instagram. You can follow Nithyananda on Instagram and constantly stay in the high space and see all the beautiful pictures of Swamiji, Devi, and Bhagwan Sundareshwara. And you can also follow us on Facebook. And of course, you can join as a member on YouTube and have access to exclusive content when you join as a member, as well as having access to ask your questions during the live darshans of Devi, Sundareshwara, and of Swamiji, of course. So now, let us enter into this segment and understand what Devi Parashakti has revealed about sea levels rising. The Guru Padaka Stotra, composed by Adi Shankaracharya, the very first verse describes how the Guru Padaka, the sacred feet of the Guru, is the boat that helps us cross the Ananta Samsara Samudra, ocean of samsara or suffering. And in this verse, Adi Shankaracharya states, salutations to the sandals of my Guru, the endless Many of us have been feeling stuck in the same storming and raging ocean, being unable to navigate ourselves and lost in the overwhelming vastness of the suffering that surrounds us during this pralaya, the great cosmic deluge. Our loved ones have been dying due to the pandemic, and our homes have been destroyed due to natural disasters. Social institutions are crumbling around us, and the whole of humanity is in a desperate and dire need of hope. It is at this time that the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, the incarnation of the cosmic consciousness, out of his love and compassion, having taken the spiritual responsibility for the superconscious breakthrough of the whole of humanity, is manifesting Devi Parashakti, the cosmic mother, and guiding, healing the whole world as literally the boat that sails us through this pralaya, the cosmic deluge. Devi Parashakti is herself manifesting through the Nijavatara and answering each of our prayers, granting boons, healing us, manifesting miracles, removing all of our pain and suffering. Devi has not just attended to us individually, but also as a humanity at large. Devi Parashakti has guided the whole of humanity in the form of revelations of profound sacred secrets of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, and by showing us the future regarding global issues, the COVID pandemic, natural disasters such as fires, floods, and more, and even the twisted human conspiracies around wars, which have not yet surfaced to common knowledge. In this segment, we will be elaborating on statistical, scientific, and scriptural references of each sacred revelation, which has manifested precisely as the same guidance emerged from Devi Parashakti for us to imbibe deeply and to start following as Devi Parashakti continues to protect us until this storm ends and we are safely harbored at the shores of our consciousness. So now let us look at the revelations made by Devi Parashakti on sea levels rising on the 15th of May 2021. Let us first watch the revelation.
ஓம் ஆண்ட்ரியாஸ் கல் மூன்றாம் உலகப் போரிலிருந்து தப்பிக்க எந்நாடு பாதுகாப்பென்று கேட்கின்றாய், கேட்டுக்கொள் சொல்வதை எல்லாம். மத்திய கிழக்கிலே போர், இந்தியாவில் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்று மற்றும் கடல் உயர் எழும்பல் எனும் மூன்றில் இருந்தும் காவல் கைலாசம் ஒன்றே. வாழ்விற்கு அதுவே நன்றே. முடிந்தால் வந்து சேர்ந்திடு. ஓம் ஓம்.
So let us look at Devi Parashakti's revelations mapped into English. Devi revealed, you are asking which country is safe to escape from Third World War. Listen to everything which is said. War in the Middle East, deadly and rising sea levels. Protection from all these three is one and only Kailasa. Only it is good for life, if possible, come and reach own. On the 19th of May, 2021, while answering the prayer of one devotee, Devi Parashakti, manifesting through the supreme concept of Hinduism, warned about the sea levels rising and the cascading effects of climate change crisis on humanity. Exactly as Devi Parashakti revealed, the very next day, on the 20th of May, 2021, the biggest iceberg broke, which was 70 times the size of Manhattan, posing a huge threat to humanity and causing the sea levels to rise. Let us now see the scientific articles about sea levels rising as per Devi Parashakti's revelation. On the 20th, so you can see the article here that reports on the 20th of May 2021, the world's largest iceberg broke off in Antarctic ice shelf, which was exactly 1 day after Devi Parashakti's revelation about sea levels rising. Now, let us understand a little bit more about what modern science has studied about sea levels rising and how it is projected to affect us in coming years. Of course, many of us have heard about the effects of climate change and the and global warming, but few have expected that it will be affecting our very day-to-day reality. But we've seen after the Parashakti's revelations that it has very much affected our day-to-day reality as we've seen many natural calamities. So now let us see what to think about this. It's stated that even sorry for the technical glitch. So we'll be right back with the slide. So as Devi Parashakti has revealed, the sea levels rising will be affecting everyone across the globe, especially in the coming years. And modern science is also showing things. Even under the most modest scenarios, scientists expect that sea levels rising will be affecting the Earth's coastlines in the coming centuries. And even if CO2 emissions are curbed to completely zero, we will still be seeing sea levels rise up to 1 meter in the coming centuries. And if the CO2 emissions continue at the high rates that they are right now, we can see that the sea levels rise can go up to 5 meters in the coming centuries. And of course, this will very much drastically affect our day-to-day reality. Sea levels rise since the 1880s, and some ocean basins have risen as much as 6 to 8 inches, that's 15 to 20 centimeters, since the start of the satellite record in 1993. And NASA has reported that sea levels will rise between 1 to 8 feet by the year 2100. So just as Devi revealed, there's no place across the globe that will be safe from the effects of sea levels rising except for Kailasa. And in the United States, almost 40% of the population lives in relatively high population density coastal areas. Globally, 8 of the world's 10 largest cities are near a coast, and according to the UN Atlas. So around 40% of the world will be affected. Go back to So around 40% of the US alone will be directly affected by this in the coming years. 40% of the US population will be directly affected by this. And in coastal communities that will be seeing the direct effects of sea levels rising. But we'll see that even more and more communities living inland will be experiencing these effects as the sea levels continue to rise and create more storms and other natural calamities in the coming years. And we've already seen that there has been an increase. You can go to the next slide, please. And we've seen that there's already been an increase of 300 to 900% nuisance flooding over the last 50 years. Higher background water levels means that deadly and destructive storm surges, such as those associated with Hurricane Katrina, Superstorm Sandy, and Hurricane Michael, push further inland than they once did. And higher sea levels also means more frequent high tide flooding, sometimes called nuisance flooding. So higher sea levels means that we will see more natural calamities, natural disasters in the form of destructive storms, as well as nuisance flooding in more communities inland, which will affect more and more communities, not just those. Let's understand more about the cause of sea levels rising. Of course, many of us have heard that it is global warming that has caused sea levels to rise, and this is happened in two ways. First is that ice sheets and glaciers worldwide are melting and adding more ice, more water to the ocean. And second is that the volume of the ocean is expanding as the water warms. And a third, but much smaller contributor, is that sea levels are rising due to the decline in the amount of liquid water on land, in aquifers, lakes, reservoirs, rivers, and soil moisture, which is shifting to the ocean. And the shift of liquid water from land to the ocean is largely due to groundwater pumping. So again, due to human activity. So you can just see an example of the Pedersen in 1917, which you can see is a fully formed glacier. And in 2005, this glacier has almost nearly melted, and it looks to be almost like grassland. You can see just less than 100 years how much this glacier has been affected. This is just one lifetime of a human being, how been affected by the global warming. So you can imagine how much across the globe we are seeing ice sheets and glaciers now. And the pace of global ice level, the pace of global sea level rise has more than doubled from 1.4 millimeters per year throughout most of the 20th century to 3.6 millimeters per year from 2006 to 2015. So you can see that in 2000, most of the 20th century, the sea levels rising has been pretty stabilized at 1.4 millimeters, but within the 20th century alone, from 2006 to 2015, it has nearly doubled. You can see that the rate of global warming has drastically increased over the last few decades. And Greenland ice loss has nearly increased by 8 times in just a little over a decade. So we can see how drastically global warming is affecting us and melting the sea ice. And on August 2021, the UN published a code red, a warning of worsening global warming and rising sea levels. This was a few months after Devi Parashakti had revealed about the sea levels rising. And in the article, it states that you can go to the next slide, please. So in the article published by the UN about the worsening of global warming, about the code red, it stated that some of the effects of global warming and the climate change crisis are irreversible for centuries to millennia, and that we will be seeing the direct effects of this in the form of many natural calamities and other disasters. We can look at that article. We can go to the next slide, please. Yes, we can go to the next slide. So this article states that some harm from the climate change, dwindling ice sheets, rising sea levels, and changes in the oceans as they lose oxygen, become more acidic, is irreversible for centuries to millennia, and the world is locked into 15 to 30 centimeters, that is 6 to 12 inches of sea levels rising by the mid-century. You can see how much the world will be directly affected by the sea levels rising. Just as Devi Parashakti had warned, the UN had also warned months later. And even if we are able to significantly curb emissions in the coming years, more than a third of the world's remaining glaciers will be melting, and already the world's oldest and biggest ice sheets have already melted. we've already seen that, as Devi Parashakti has revealed, that no place will be safe from the rising sea levels and the effects of climate change. And we've already seen this across the globe, as we've seen so many natural calamities in countries around the world, whether it's China, India, in the US, the floods in the US most recently, and in Europe. And we've seen how badly they have devastated communities across the globe. In one report, it states that more than 150 people are still missing the German floods and are unlikely to be found. And in Science, it was reported that Europe's deadly floods have left even scientists stunned. And it's also been reported that the climate change crisis has made the deadly German floods up to 9 times more likely. So we can see, as Devi Parashakti reveals, that no place will be safe from the effects of this climate change crisis and the sea levels rising. It is only Kailasa which will be protected by Devi Parashakti's grace and by the Supreme Concept himself. And according to modern science, as we've seen, there is no way to reverse the damage that has already been done to Mother Earth, to our environment, and that we will be unfortunately locked into the effects of climate change in the coming years. But Hinduism has provided a solution. It is through non-violence that you can actually heal the Mother Earth by connecting with Bhumata. Through oneness, you can actually heal her and reverse the damage that human beings have done. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has revealed how Bhumata actually responds to you when you connect with her, when you relate with her. So now let us understand how Bhumata can actually respond to you.
The human beings have become so distanced from the real life, are ready to explore things. We become so far away from, at least I can tell you from my experience, village boy. When I was 5 or 6, I opened all the alarm clocks in my house and I will set it back, put it back. I don't see all that in the modern day kids. It's all about that stupid cell phone. Involvement with the reality has drastically reduced. Our whole life is nothing but the screen. Whether your love, your relationships, even your sex, everything is limited to that screen. Am I right? Almost. No, almost. Everything has been reduced to that screen. Involvement with the reality has drastically come down. It is so unfortunate, especially the food, the plastic food dumped into your system. See, all the things which you eat, none of them have life. They are all not grown from life. Guru used to tell, please walk without chappal, covering your feet. Whatever grows in that land, eat, because Mother Earth records when you walk without shoes what all the ingredients are missing in your body. She records what you need for your body, nutrients or vitamins, whatever. Whatever is missing in your body, she produces in that food which grows in that land. And eat that and live. It is too mind-boggling concept. I tell you, only after I started doing it, I realized you don't need any external medicine if you know to live with the nature. Mother Earth, Bhumata, walk on the earth without shoes, those will supply exactly what you need for your body. Looks too difficult to believe, but after I started doing that, I realized it. Your body does not need any other medicine, anything else. Actually, maybe 2 years before, due to this continuous classes, day and night, and in the night time, the web-based programs for the outside India, all these, my whole eating habits have gone chaos, and no question of rest. It became like a too much on the system. So I had some stomach issues. I remembered my guru telling this, walk on the earth and what grows eat. So I started walking without chappal for a few days. Suddenly I saw in my courtyard a new plant coming up. No seed, nothing, just coming up. I was wondering what is going on. How come suddenly, between the rocks, actually, between the rocks, new plant coming up. And one of the devotee Ayurvedic doctor, he said, Swamiji, if you can get this plant and add it in your food, your stomach will be completely healed. I said, where to get? When he walked into the courtyard, he said, this is the plant. This is the plant. And throughout the campus we searched, we did not find another one. Nobody knows from where the seed has come, from where the plant has come. Understand, it is not that just for me miraculously nature is doing. It is the nature's life. I was ready to play with it, so she showed the miracles to me. Anybody willing to play with her, she shows her miracles to you. Nature is miraculous. If we are ready to play, she shows it. She demonstrates her love, her care. If we go back to the food with life, our life also will start more interacting, more alive, more vibrant, more overflowing.
Yeah. Now, let us understand more about the principle as the grand narrative of Hinduism.
We often believe that exacting revenge is a form of emotional release and that getting retribution will help us feel better. Especially this modern day cinema, entertainment industry cult brainwashes you the act of revenge as a way of gaining closure after a wrong is done. No! I tell you the truth, revenge has the opposite effect. Revenge is like a korangu sorinjikra mari, ari padangadu. Tamil, they say that monkey feeling itching and scratching itself is never going to settle down. Till that monkey dies, it will not settle down because it will create a wound and it will not keep quiet with that wound. That same wound it will scratch more and more. And it will be more infection, finally the monkey will die. Orangu sorinjikittadum நாம வயலன்ஸ்ல விழறதும் ஒண்ணு. அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட்? மாஸ் மீடியா, கல்ட், entertainment industry, TV and cinema, cult is brainwashing you, telling that revenge is heroism, violence is heroism. No, it is not. Non-violence is heroism. I tell you, in every level, non-violence as a strategy. Because you see, non-violence makes you realize more and more oneness. It strengthens the oneness. Oneness strengthens the non-violence and non-violence strengthens the oneness. You need to understand the context. Only then you will understand how this non-violence can be a successful strategy. If you miss one or two components and do it out of wrong context, it will become a mess. It will become a laziness and non-involvement. Laziness and non-involvement is not non-violence. Don't use non-violence brand and tag to justify your non-involvement and laziness. No. That's what Arjuna was trying to do in the Arjuna Vishada Yoga. He was telling Krishna, oh, why should I kill people? Why should I kill people? Let me go away and become a sannyasi. Dubukke. This fellow, when he went to do tapas in the forest also, he got married to a girl. Every time this fellow goes for tapas, whether he brings boons or not, he brings girls. Alright, no disrespect to Arjuna is in Kayana. So no disrespect to Arjuna. Non-violence should not be misconstrued or should not be used to portray your non-involvement and laziness, tiredness and boredom. Hinduism is actively enriched. World will become great place. Not only we are a non-violent tradition, we believe in consciousness. We have the science of consciousness, raising the quality of the humanity. We believe in it, we spread it, we live it. We be, live, believe. Let us all understand non-violence need to be actively lived, be lived, believed and actively enriched. Actively enriched. All I wanted all of you to know what Hindus miss, Sri Kailasa should do. Do Tyaga, to tell the world actively, enrich the world actively about Hinduism. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Ahimsa is the highest value as per Hinduism. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. That is the grand narrative of Hinduism. Non-violence is the grand narrative of Hinduism. We need to tell that grand narrative to the whole world. Actively. Actively we need to tell that grand narrative to the whole world. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Tyaga, non-violence, unclutching, all these are not inactive, tamasic, inertia, lazy, tired, bored, withdrawn lifestyle. Non-violence means not only you will be non-violent, ahimsa, established in ahimsa, you will actively practice ahimsa and enrich everyone to live ahimsa. You will create an ecosystem where Ahimsa can be practiced with intent. Understand? All the structures needed to keep the non-violence ahimsa alive. Media is the non-violent way of reaching out to people and telling the real truths and facts. Like media, education mechanisms, everything should be actively filled with the truths, ideas about non-violence, yaga, spiritual strength, powerful cognitions, all these great truths. Listen. Again and again and again, many are trying to harass me through the social media and all other way, saying that, oh, you are teaching constantly non-violence, ahimsa, peace. Don't you see you are making Hindus weaker and weaker? Understand? If Hindus listen to what I am saying sincerely, they will understand I am trying to make them really stronger. Understand? Strength is intelligent way of existing.
Now that now that we've understood the principle of nonviolence, you can understand how when you connect with with Mother Nature through oneness, through nonviolence, you can actually heal the damage that human beings have done over hundreds of years, and you can see how Bhumata will actually be healed from sea levels rising. Now, with this, we will be concluding this portion of the program. And if you would like to learn more about the initiatives of Kailasa and the teachings of the Supreme Concept of Buddhism from Hinduism, you can sign up to be a member of Kailasa to become an e-Kailashian by going to kailasa.org and signing up to be an e-citizen of Kailasa. So you can learn more about the teachings of Hinduism, the principles of Hinduism, about nonviolence, and all of the initiatives the Supreme Concept of Hinduism is taking to reverse the effects of climate change and to heal Bhumata. So now with this, we will be entering into the next segment, the offerings segment, where we will learn how to connect with Devi Parashakti, how we can experience Devi Parashakti more deeply and offer our love and gratitude to the Divine Cosmic Mother.
Hello and welcome back to this segment where we'll be learning about the various traditional offerings we can offer to Devi Parashakti today as we get ready to receive her darshan and blessings. And in the Hindu tradition, the offerings are a pure gift of love, devotion, and oneness, an expression of the sacred sentiments of the devotee for the divine, a celebration of the happening of the divine in our lives. And when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete. The offerings are not made out of fear or greed, but as a pure expression of the